If there's any place close to paradise, then it's Nepal. And this year I spent 6 months in the planet's most sacred and yet fun country. I was primarily there to manage my mom's hostel, learn kitchen gardening, and spend time at our family farms. I also spent a good amount of time in Kathmandu, exploring, relaxing, and working on my creative pursuits. Even though my mom's brother lives in Kathmandu, but Kathmandu is a big city and it also has many diverse sections, so I stayed in different parts of Kathmandu city throughout my time over there. After doing 25 days of Vipassana meditation, I stayed in Thamel to experience #hostel life. Living in the hostels has its own pros and cons. Sometimes it's good fun, but after a while it can get extremely monotonous. And one of the co-travelers asked me to join him for a trek. It was a trek from Thamel to Swayambhunath Temple, which is also popular as the Monkey Temple. I thought that let's watch some monkeys in action in real life as well. So I decided to go, and it turned out to be a fun trek, and I also vlogged it. So let's get started and be a part of my trek to the Swayambhunath Temple, also known as the Monkey Temple. According to Swayambhu Purana mythology, the entire valley was once filled with an enormous lake out of which grew a lotus. The valley came to be known as Swayambhu, meaning self-created. Swayambhunath is also known as the Monkey Temple, as there are holy monkeys living in the northwest part of the temple. To reach the temple, one has to walk up on a really long and tiring staircase. There are benches on the way and also small shops just in case you want to grab a bottle of water, eat an ice cream, or simply take some rest. The entry for foreigners is Nepali 200 rupees per person. You can visit on all days of the week between 12 AM to 12 PM. One of the perfectly crafted temples of Nepal, it's also one of the oldest. One can see the temple from a distance as the two eyes crafted out stare across the entire valley, representing unity. It's a representation of Lord Buddha's all-knowing and seeing eyes.
I got it yawning.
Sorry.
Whoop whoop.
Swayambhunath is a UNESCO World Heritage Site filled with its own charisma. It's one of the oldest temples which still stands today even after several earthquakes of 2015. This place is thronged by monkeys all the time, whose abode is this temple, and it's fascinating to see them live a boss life here. The architecture is also perfect ambiguiture of Hindu and Buddhist ideologies. So basically, some people are asking my friend to pose for them. And he's still posing.
I leave tomorrow. I've been here for 2 weeks. Yeah.
You're like a star here.
That's the beard. And it's this.
That's mine.
I know. Sorry.
I missed out.
Oh, that one doesn't have hands.
What about you?
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah. It looks good.
Wow, fancy.
Hello. Can we sit out there? Ah. I told you I wanted to go to a nice restaurant.
I like this
Isn't
structure.
it nice back here?
Yeah, it's very fancy and very simple. And people are just walking on the street. It looks like France.
Yeah. Have you been to France?
No,
I've never been.
just how France looks in the movies and the shows.
What is your birthday?
23rd March.
How old are you?
Let people guess my age.
I think she's 21.
Keep guessing.
22.
Can you ask something else?
What is your favorite country?
Nepal.
You want to live here for the rest of your life?
Who knows?
Did you have a good time today?
Yeah.
It was a very relaxing day.
Yeah.
I'm glad we went on that walk, aren't you?
Yeah, it was nice, and I'm glad that you asked me to join you, and I joined you.
Yeah, we saw.
I would have really just missed out on all of this.
Yeah, you would have been sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I think we're gonna go now. Goodbye.
Bye.